So our first Real News media guest is a family man who has spent 25 years as both a provincial and federal corrections officer. He says his greatest strength is his perseverance and his need to fight for the little guy. And there's no question that he has been a tremendous outlet of strength, resources, and knowledge over the past year to many, both through his work with the PPC Party and the Forum for Canadian Sovereignty. His devotion and vigorous support for his country has made him defined as a true Canadian patriot. And we are so grateful he has made the trek all the way from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan to come see us. Vancouver freedom fighters, please give a huge warm welcome to the Grizzly Patriot, Mark Friesen.
How are you, sweetheart? You betcha. Hello, patriots! Hello, freedom fighters! Hello, super spreaders of freedom! God, I love you. I drove 1,600 kilometers to get here. I don't need it yet. Not quite yet. So they told me I had to wear a mask. I said no. They told me I had to social distance. I said no. They told me I couldn't assemble peacefully and exchange a set of ideas publicly. I said no. They said I couldn't have a YouTube channel. I said, well, okay, I'll find somewhere else to go. They will never stop me. They will never impede my progress or your progress, because freedom always wins. You know, they've ticketed me around $20,000 worth of tickets that aren't worth the paper they're written on. And I simply just collect them now. Put them in a pile, let the JCCF and rebel media lawyers take care of it, and I carry on, just saying no. But at the same time, saying yes to freedom. I was in law enforcement for 25 years with 2 different government organizations. When I joined each one of them, I was asked to take an oath, and I took that oath, and I took it very seriously, because I was doing a job that was very dangerous and necessary to protect my fellow Canadians. Not only to protect their safety, but to uphold their rights and freedoms. I didn't take that oath for my supervisor. I didn't take it for my warden. I didn't take it for the commissioner. I didn't take it for the prime minister. I didn't take it for any politician. I took it for each and every one of you. Now that Constitution and that charter that I have here is being completely trampled on. It's being completely ignored for a reason. 45,000 soldiers went across the ocean to defend the values that we all share. Freedom, liberty, justice, equality under the law, and prosperity. And they gave their lives, the ultimate sacrifice for what's listed in our charter. As somebody mentioned earlier, we also have a Bill of Rights in each province that many Canadian soldiers died for. People come to me and they thank me all the time for the tireless work I'm doing. And it's a little embarrassing sometimes, to be honest with you, because I got a few tickets. I got harassment in the media. I got people threatening me. That is nothing compared to the sacrifices those before us gave. I am not a hero, not even close. I'm simply somebody that loves Canada and loves the people of Canada that make it great. The government does not make it great. It's the people that make it great. And they've stuck all these people, these politicians, they've stuck us all into boxes, identity boxes. Black, white, red, blue, gay, straight, trans, otherwise, all of these boxes to keep us divided. They will win if we stay in those boxes. Get out of your box. There is a set of common values, whether you're left, right, middle, doesn't matter, that we share. And those values are very simple: freedom, liberty, justice, equality under the law, and prosperity. That's it. Without that, nothing else matters. Now, this isn't about a virus. This isn't about variants. This isn't about your health. What we're seeing is one gigantic social engineering exercise. They want to control the masses through fear. They've done it with climate change. Now they've applied the same strategy to COVID. To gain your compliance through fear. Fear of a virus that has 99.96 survival rate. What are we doing? For an illness they're testing you for when you're healthy at 46 cycle threshold. The virus itself should not be tested for. Infection should not be tested for through the PCR. But even if you use the PCR, you shouldn't be cycling it any higher than 20, 22, 25. But they're using it as a dial for cases, because cases puts fear in the masses, which allows the control to continue and this social engineering to continue. What are they socially engineering you for? For an agenda. I'm hearing a lot about communism breaking in, and you're right, but it's more than that. This is why our unity is so important, because they unified. They unified communism and fascism. They brought themselves together to achieve the goals of the Great Reset and sustainable development. Without them uniting, they wouldn't have a chance. With us uniting, they don't have a chance. This is why the fear is so important. They need you to comply. They need you to be conditioned to accept the Great Reset and sustainable development. I don't know if you're aware, but in June of 2019, the World Economic Forum and Klaus Schwab, the fascists, formally partnered with the UN Sustainable Development Agenda, 2019 of June. It's no coincidence, 6 months later, here we are. This isn't about a virus. It's not about an illness. It's not about your health. It's about controlling every aspect of your life. And in order for them to do that, they need to trash this. That was defended by people that gave their lives by the thousands defending these values. The governments, the politicians, you want to talk about a deficit? We're in a deficit of leadership. There isn't a politician across this country that has the parts to stand up and do what's right on your behalf, which is their job. Look at DeSantis in Florida. Look at Texas. Look at South Dakota. Look at the other 23 states that are wide open. COVID numbers are off the table. things are back to normal. Why is that? Yet in Canada, they're going the other direction. They're telling me I can't drive in my country, that I can't drive to BC to be with you people. I say no. Here I am. We all have to say no, like Chris Guy says. Just say no. They need your conformity. They need you to comply. Without your compliance, this agenda they're trying to use under the cover of COVID will be achieved if they can get you to comply. This is all conditioning. It's all about preparing the mindset of the masses to then bring in all of these agenda items. Look what Justin Trudeau has done since he's been in power. The first week he was elected, he referred to our nation as a post-national state. Let that sink in. A post-national state, meaning goodbye Canada, hello world governance, global governance. In order for them to achieve the goals of sustainable development, the Great Reset, and those are the same thing, by the way, the Green New Deal, the Fourth Industrial Revolution, it's all the same. Sustainable development. Look at the 17 goals of sustainable development. It reads like the Communist Manifesto. So they're using communism on the masses to bring this in under COVID. They're using fascism to get the corporations, the multinationals, the oligarchs that give a flying hoot about Canada or you to support that. This is the convergence of fascism and communism. They need the masses compliant. They need the masses trained and prepared for what's coming. They brought in everything since that man got to power as prime minister 6 years ago. Everything that he brought in is related to the sustainable development, all of it. Every bill, every regulation, every OIC, everything related to COVID is in support of that agenda, all of it. It's now our job, because we don't have the media, they don't do their job, they're paid propagandists. We don't have our politicians, we have no leaders, because they've all bought in, or they've been extorted or blackmailed. This fight, this war, a spiritual war, a digital war, a sovereignty war, is a war that each one of you people are on the front lines of. We're not going to see the traditional wars. We're in a war right now. You folks are the soldiers in this war for freedom. We need to take back our responsibility. We've abdicated that responsibility. It's up to us. We've been spoiled. We've taken our freedom for granted. We've forgotten our duty to defend the values we cherish. We did. We let it go. We abdicated that. Now is the time to take it back. It's not up to anyone else but the people. And once the people get it, once the people understand it, we will have critical mass and we will take back our country. We will defend our values. We will have our prosperity back and we will reign free. I don't know what you're saying, Bruno. What? Oh. One last thing, I want to say and give a shout out to the good folks on the other side of this who are also in a fight against communism. So big kudos to the good folks on the other side that understand the fight probably better than we do. Folks, we're at the most critical time of our lives. I know it's hard. I know it's intimidating. I know it's frustrating. But what a time to be alive. What an opportunity we've been given to defend freedom. Embrace it. Love it. Just say no. Take responsibility.